When you finally hit those major life milestones, you expect the people around you to throw a party. Instead of cheers, you notice a sudden, uncomfortable distance from the people you consider closest to you. Calls go straight to voicemail. Conversations dry up. And when you do see them, the smiles they give you feel tight and unnatural. This reaction is driven by a hidden psychological mechanism called status anxiety. Your new achievement has quietly tipped the emotional scales of your social group. Why exactly does a personal win, something that has nothing to do with them, feel like a direct threat to their survival? It happens because your upward movement forces an unrequested recalibration of everyone else's social standing. Our brains are biologically hardwired to constantly track where we sit in the local hierarchy. According to social comparison theory, we don't measure our worth against distant strangers or untouchable billionaires. This diagram shows how our threat detection system works. It's triggered by those in our immediate proximity, siblings, coworkers, and classmates. When a peer you see as an equal suddenly moves up, the brain's baseline measurement breaks. It interprets that gap as a survival threat. Inside the mind of the observer, your external success transforms into a deeply painful internal fear that they are falling behind the pack. The closer the relationship, the more intense this psychological threat becomes. That resentment you feel from them is rarely about you, your character, or even the specific thing you achieved. Psychologists call this projection, a defense mechanism where people transfer their own internal disappointments onto an external target. When you succeed, you become a glaring, unavoidable mirror that forces the people around you to look closely at their own lives. It's a reminder of every not now that became never. It forces them to confront the excuses they use to justify their own stagnation. Because if you could do it, their belief that success was impossible falls apart. Your win highlights their choice to stay still. This friction isn't the birth of a new enemy. It's the sound of someone else finally grieving the version of themselves they never allowed to exist. This internal insecurity eventually leaks out into everyday interactions. Real-world envy almost never looks like cartoonish anger or outright confrontation. Instead, it takes the form of defensive pessimism. You will hear it in passing comments. They might attribute your hard work to dumb luck, or gently question how long your new success will actually last. The most common and painful symptom is complete silence. By withholding their validation, they are trying to regain a sense of power. Recognizing these subtle symptoms is critical. It protects you from internalizing someone else's psychological battle as your own fault. Emotionally secure individuals have a different response when they watch a peer succeed. People with a growth mindset process your success as a useful data point, as proof that the thing they want is actually possible. They shift their internal dialogue away from the destructive question of why them, and focus entirely on what can I learn. One day, you will be on the other side of this equation. You will have to watch someone else achieve the exact dream you desperately wanted for yourself. In that instant, the choice is yours. Stay trapped in the comparison, or use their win as your own map. One path leads to resentment, the other to the person you're actually capable of becoming. When you stop measuring your worth by the reactions of those around you, you gain a rare kind of freedom. Your success doesn't actually change the people in your life. It just reveals who was quietly competing with you from the start.